Okay, well, I was wondering your opinion on Boethius' The Consolation of Philosophy, where he postulates that God is collective happiness.
The kind of what?
God is happiness?
Yeah, basically, God is not a creator. God is the drive or the
Okay.
conscious all men are striving.
Right. Okay. You could make anything you want to and label it God however you want, but that doesn't mean that you're communicating in any effective way. We already have a word for happiness, and that's happiness. And so why call happiness God? To me, what this is, and I talked about this 2 nonprofits ago because Schilling and I had a discussion. This is one of my biggest pet peeves. Our purpose is to communicate and communicate effectively. Words themselves have no intrinsic meaning or value. They're labels to concepts that we have. And the only way communication can happen is if we're using labels that we both have a similar or near identical understanding of. And so if I tell you that I'm happy and you speak English and you have the same understanding of happy that I do, you pretty much know what I'm talking about. But if I tell you I believe in God, that word has other meanings other than happiness. So by saying that you think, and I'm not saying you, obviously, I know you're talking about somebody else's position, but saying that you think God is just happiness or God is love or whatever is useless. There's no point in adding that label. And what it does is it tells me that the individual is so enamored of this God label and is infusing this God label itself with some intrinsic value that they feel the need to constantly redefine it so that they don't lose that word. Go ahead, lose the word. If it can be redefined to be anything, then it's nothing. It's a meaningless construct.
Or to me, another way to look at it is just that they're simply being metaphorical. They're just applying a word, God is happiness, my cats are happiness to me. But it's like a metaphorical thing where you could label something as God and just say, to me, this is God, but you're just using it as a metaphor in that case and not as some kind of a, like a materially existent item.
Yeah, so it's either metaphor, in which case, congratulations, they're kind of poetic, or they're actually trying to make an existential claim, in which case they're just playing with labels, pointlessly.
Well, I think I agree with the idea that it's a metaphor because it's more than just a happiness that you get with being with your family or reading a good book or watching a good movie or watching a sunset. It's more of a collective unconscious happiness that we're all kind of striving for, but we never quite reach.
Good feelings.
That perfect happiness that all men or all humans are trying to get to never quite reach. So it is sort of an allegorical, metaphorical idea. Yeah. But I think it's more than just calling one thing something else.
Yeah.